What do you think of my haircut? I did it all by myself. It was a lot of work. I'm huffing and puffing. I'm out of breath. Even though I identify as skinny, sometimes the breath just gets really bad. But what do you think? It's a little sharp number 2 pencil action going on. But I feel like it makes me look a little bit thin. Now I messed up on the side back here. I'll show you. Ouch! Don't judge. Okay, Ashley, here we go. I know I have a huge double chin. I used to be so attractive. I used to be so skinny, but just look. Okay, there's like a hole right here. Like right at the top. There's a hole over there, and also on this side too. I was trying to make it a nice wave, like a nice a surfer thing, but no. Okay, today, we are going to do a couple private videos for those of you that bought them last night. We got 5 new signups on my Cameos, thanks. If you don't know about that, click the link in the description, go to cameo.com/Nikocado. I make a video for you privately, personally, and they're so much fun. And also, we're doing lots more meet and greets on Zoom, so if you want to do that, the information's in the description. Link down below. Okay.
Click the link below and get yourself a Cameo where I'll make a special video just for you. Treat yourself or surprise someone else. It makes a great gift. Link below.
But after we're done doing Cameos, we're doing Carl's Jr. Now I'm trying to replica a video. Bam, here it is. Maybe Nick, you can show the thumbnail. I'm trying to redo this. Now this was 4 years ago, I believe. It was, oh, brace. Oh, brace. Oh, brace. Oh, I was just about to say things have really changed since then. Oh, brace. Oh, brace. Oh, brace. Things have been changing. You know, my ability to squeeze has gone down the tubes. I used to squeeze real good. I used to squeeze. I used to be able to control the trap door. So things were going in and out. I could squeeze it and make it better for him. But now it's literally, you'd think that I get big old things shoved in there. I don't. I actually don't. I blame it on the government. So it's the government's fault that I'm loose back there. Okay, goodbye. We're doing Carl's Jr. And they better have boxes or I'm gonna be really upset. Boxes, because I'm gonna call this Cheeseburger box from Carl's Jr. box. They were called like the $5 all-star boxes. Now, if they don't have them, I'm gonna be really upset because that's what I'm planning on doing. That's what I visualize in my head, people. So we have the box over here. We have cheeseburgers. Oh, the chicken tenders. The best thing from Carl's Jr., in my opinion, is their chicken tenders. Next best thing are their line of burritos. Well, it's one in particular, the one with all the onions and gooey-gooiness. I love their crisp cut fries. I also love their French fries. Their cheeseburgers, let me be honest, I've never been that huge of a fan. And I've tried all of them. And the only thing that really sticks out to me about Carl's Jr. is their breakfast. Have you guys noticed that I only go to breakfast now? I get their hash browns, I get their coffee, I get their French toast sticks, which are very sugary, although Farmer Boys is better, but okay. Their burritos, their hash browns, their crisp cut. Oh, it's great. Orange juice, it's a great way to start the day. But I need to revisit their cheeseburgers because it's been years. And I feel like people out there probably really enjoy them themselves. So they're probably like, Nick, can you please have a Carl's Jr.? I see you somewhere. I know you're probably out there saying, Nick, when are you gonna diversify your Carl's Jr. meals? So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do today. Cheeseburgers, we have to get my chicken tenders because I know those are always on point. And I also want to try something different today. Something I've never had from this restaurant ever. Now, I don't know what that might be, but I really want to try, you guys. I really want to try to do something a little different. So I have to figure out what that is, honestly. So without further ado, let's go get into the car. Now, here's the reason. I was just talking to a friend who said, Nick, you're always so stressed about driving. You don't like the drivers in Cantabonese or even in Orlando. Listen, ooh, acid reflux. My body is ready. Why do you insist, Nikocado, on going out to get your food like a peasant? Now, on one hand, I usually do Uber Eats or delivery or Postmates or Grubhub or DoorDash. But that's only like 30% of the time, so that's not usual. I go out, or Orlin, I make him go out like a little servant. And here's the reason why. when I have these huge mukbang feasts, you know what happens? Oh, this is a little slippery. Let me put this in. You know what happens, everybody? Do you know what happens? I'll tell you what happens. They forget stuff. It's too much to think about, too much to carry, too much to like try to control. So what happens is I order all this food and it's missing 10 or 20% of it. It doesn't bring me the sauces that I ask for. It doesn't bring me silverware. Maybe there's a certain item I need because I'm visualizing it for the thumbnail and the display, and it's not there. And you pay more. And honestly, I can get the food to my own apartment a lot faster than what they do. Because I have to go down to the lobby, it gets all cold, I have to look at all these peasants. Oh, it's Nikocado. Like, it's just, ooh, I don't like going down there. So that's why. I don't like having to do that, and I don't like knowing that I have to pay more for things not to be there. So that's the main reason. Now, it would still be this case here. So, that's why I opt to get my own food. Or I send Orlin out. And since Orlin and I are not together right now, I need to purchase a peasant. I almost said servant. This is really bad. I need a peasant, an assistant. Chop chop. Every great entrepreneur has an assistant. Do they not? They do. So I don't want to hear, oh, that's so horrible. No. This is business. I need hot food, lickety split. Everything needs to be there. Check. And Orlin will not check very well, which always made me very upset. You guys, I kind of look too pointy. I look really pointy. And also this is like a big, this is for fat people, this shirt, so it's a big neckline. I just look like a Oompa Loompa. Oh, can I say something for the record? I don't know if I should put this on the internet, but I kind of want to, so if something happens, at least I can document when. So, most people have skipped this part, they've already gone to the food. Hey guys, you guys are my biggest fans, you're listening to this. My tennis balls, if you know what I'm saying. My 2 tennis balls. The left one has been not strong, but very subtle, on and off at random times. I'd say like once every minute, once every 2 minutes, and then I might go an hour or two with it and just not, and then it'll be like pulse, pulse, pulse. My left tennis ball, it doesn't feel good. And I was looking on Google, and they say you should never do that because you'll tell yourself you have something that you probably don't. And you guys know, I'm so scared of doctors. Oh, I'm so scared. Now, let me also tell you as well, the moment I felt for this for the first time was not, oh, it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday that I felt it for the first time. So it hasn't happened that long. It was yesterday. But it lasted all evening. I woke up this morning, it was still hurting. I'm like, ooh, let me get a nice hot shower, kind of let things loose. I was preoccupied today, so sometimes when you distract yourself, you don't really notice pain or little like underlying discomforts. So I didn't think about it for a couple hours. I was filming a collaboration video, and then now I'm back in the hotel. I definitely feel it again, and it's like on and off, and it really freaks me out. So it's been a full 24 hours. Now let me tell you what I was doing right before I noticed. Well, you know when you have to like shuck the corn so you can eat it good? It requires a lot of like peeling and like movement, and you kind of have to just like go at it to get all the little strings out. I was preparing corn for dinner. Okay. And it was a little too much, too many times over and over. That I'm used to, honestly. I can go over, and or they used to call me the Russian locomotive, just steam engine, Russian locomotive. So the routine I did right before I noticed this at that time, in that moment, I've been in that routine for years. I love, I'm consistent in that way. It's the only sense of relief I get from all of this work. And so I figured, oh, okay, it's already been like 5 times today. Maybe that's all it was, 6 times. It was 6 times today. Let me just kind of like cool it off. So today, I haven't done it at all. No corn today. No peeling the corn. I haven't peeled any corn today. It hasn't improved. So I'm kind of putting that out there. Oh my God, please don't let this be serious. Sometimes it can just be a little fluke. Sometimes it can be related to that. But sometimes it could be another thing that will heal on its own. And sometimes it can be very serious that only surgery helps. Oh, that scares me. Now, I did feel to see if some, you know how corn is like evenly smooth, and then every once in a while you'll get a janky corn. It'll be like one kernel sticking out like a bump. So I felt for bumps, okay? I didn't feel any like abnormal lumps in my corn on the cob. Yeah, so it's a very scary feeling, actually. Sometimes I say to myself, is it diet related? I don't know. Is it just from being too big? Maybe I've crushed things down there. So I'm just putting that out there into the YouTube world so that I can document the day that I knew. It was last night, which was 24 hours ago. It's currently 9 p.m. and I'm hungry. It was actually earlier than that. It was like 4 p.m. So it's been over 24 hours. I'm gonna give it another day or two, and I'm also not gonna shuck any corn or peel it back, and you know, which is so hard, by the way. Hard to do. It's really hard for me to do. I love it. It's a ritual routine. You floss, you brush your teeth, you do your fluoride mouthwash, you get ready for bed, and then right before bed you say your prayers. And you take care of the corn. So I'm kind of like really not okay. Just throwing that out there, and I'm being serious. I'm not being funny. I'm sure most people aren't even listening to this part. So I know for me, Carl's Jr. video was the day where it was like, ooh, 24 hours. And it's like, it's so subtle. It's not like right now, like, I think I know, because I know it's so subtle. And also I suffer from hypochondria. I have psychosomatic disorder. I always have. So sometimes like I'm like, oh, it's there, and then I'll tell myself, and it'll just hurt because I'm thinking of it. But when it does hurt, it's very subtle. It's very subtle. And when I was reading symptoms about the really intense stuff, the really scary stuff that you need to get surgery for, it's like constant. And it's like very intense pain. So I don't know if I have that, but on like a lesser scale that might develop or go back to normal. I don't know. It could be one of those other things. I mean, Google can really scare you. So most people do not go pay hundreds of dollars to go see a doctor over every little oops. Remember my foot like a couple weeks ago? I felt like I was having, what was I having? It was like throbbing in my foot and lasted like 2 days. Ooh, see, now I feel right now. Ooh, my tennis ball. The left one. And the scary thing is that everything you read says it will always be the left one for any type of the issues. So it's like an actual issue. But yeah, the whole foot thing, I started eating lots of grapes, which are supposed to like help your, ooh, see, now I feel it. You guys, I'm scared, actually. Let me eat some food. I'll be back. I'm back. Did you miss me? You should have excused me, shine bright like diamond. Excuse me. Excuse you. All right. Man, I kind of messed up my hair a little bit. It makes me look fatter, actually. But that's okay. Life goes on. All right, so I got lots of drinks here. And these ones have air because the lady gave them to me. Okay, got the straws, some napkins. Now, I'm a little disappointed. I thought I was gonna get the boxes. The $5 boxes so I could display them. That's what I envisioned. So I got 2 cookies. Ew, diabetes. I got crisp cut fries. Maybe she didn't give me the boxes because that's why, because I ordered large. If I would have gotten medium, maybe I would have gotten them. Because these won't all fit in the boxes. I don't think so. I don't know. Their Carl's Jr. French fries are actually really good. I got Dr. Pepper. Here's my feast of the chicken tenders. Here's a little baby cheeseburger for something. I don't know. Here's the... Oh, this is the... Dang it. I got a spicy chicken sandwich for some reason. Okay. Here's my big order of tenders. Ooh. Excuse me. And here's my huge cheeseburger. I'm excited for that. And crisp cut. I can't say that word very well. Crisp cut fries. So did I get? I asked for 2 buffalo and 2 barbecue, and she gave me all barbecue. Somehow I knew something would go down. That's not how I want it. All right, let's make this a little pretty and let's feast. I'm so excited. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, bam. Bam. Let's feast. I'm very excited. So I actually have these over here, which I haven't had yet, but we're gonna do these first. Crisp fries. Now, if you skip the intro, I talked about something very serious that if you actually care about me as a person, consider watching, because I do want some feedback in this video pertaining to what I just talked about. In the intro, which you might have skipped, goodbye. Crisp cut fries, I can't say it, crisp cut. Crisscross. The seasoning is like Jack in the Box curly fries, but on Chick-fil-A waffle fry. Now, I'm not using my eating tray today. Probably should have. But I decided, and we're just gonna eat on my riser, just as is. Here's okay. These are the best thing from Carl's Jr. in my opinion, so we're gonna go for it first. Chicken tenders. They look beautiful. And they're consistently amazing. Hopefully. Don't let me down, Carl's Jr. I always talk good things about you.
Click the link below to follow my Patreon. You'll get exclusive weekly videos about my life, plus tons of mukbangs not allowed on YouTube. Link below.
I don't know why. But their chicken is really good. It just always is. And so are the french fries. Okay. Let's try this cheeseburger. Okay, if it seems like I'm kind of like sad, I am sad. I'm a little scared for my life, actually. I don't want to lose my life. I feel very pensive at this moment. Did that fry just move on its own? I think gravity was pulling it down. I feel pensive. I feel deep in thought. I was thinking about what it's like to pass while driving home. Isn't that sad? Yeah. I don't know. I'm a nervous wreck. Please watch the beginning part of this video. Let's try. Now, they have a lot of different cheeseburgers. I got the guacamole with the 100% something type of beef with bacon and extra sauce and pepper jack cheese. Already looking at it, it looks promising. So let's go for it. Mmm. Oh, that's a good bun too. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's actually really good. Mmm. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I just ate half the burger. That's how good it was. Half of it's gone already. Of course, I have the dropsies. Mmm. This is Dr. Pepper, in case you're curious. So, you guys, am I gonna die? It might require just a little, you know what. But, oh man, I just can't believe this is happening. Okay, let's go to, now this is their all-star $5 cheeseburger. Ketchup, mustard, a slice of beef with cheese on a bun that's not as nice looking. So this was their $5 box. They didn't give me the boxes. Oh, it's a double cheeseburger. The beef tastes very identical to Burger King. Like, I feel like I'm eating a Burger King Whopper. In terms of the flavor of the beef patty. There you go. Yeah, this is better. Let me try this free spicy chicken sandwich that they gave me. I don't know why. Mayo, spicy chicken sandwich with a little shredded lettuce. Let's give it a try. Mmm. Ooh, I like this. Mmm. Ooh, I like this. Get this out of here. Ooh. Mmm. Mm-hmm. So I feel pensive. I'm deep in thought. I feel like I'm so young, but I'm also so old. Their chicken is the best thing from here. That's just so tasty to me. Ooh. Ooh. Consistent. I've yet to have it bad. Ooh, that's good. So, know what they say to like overcome fears? Just imagine being happier, you know, if the worst happens. And then it's not so fearful, is it? I guess not. I don't think that's gonna, I'm obviously being so dramatic, but it's just one thing after another. But hey, my foot throbbed for like 3 or 4 days. That was scary AF. I thought it was a blood clot. I ate so much black grapes, you wouldn't believe it. And also, on one of the days, I also took aspirin, and it went away. It hasn't come back for weeks. Now I'm on day 2 of this situation. I took an aspirin while driving to the here. I can't tell if it. I don't think it's improved. And the weird thing about pain down there is I can like feel it throughout my whole body, but it just like rushes up. gonna give it a couple days, you know, and if not, then, oh God. Oh, my life. Always something in my life. It makes me sad, you know? I try to be happy. I say, am I being punished? Am I being punished? And do I deserve this? How can you ask yourself such a thing? Does anybody deserve anything? Who's calling the shots? All right, let's go back to this guacamole bacon burger. Mmm. Oh, that bun. And the meat's way better than the other one. I'm glad I gave them another try. I kind of wrote off their whole menu. But no, I take it back. No, this burger's great. I like this more than a Whopper. Mm. Now they gave me 2 cookies. I might go give these to my friend Candy because she needs snacks sometimes throughout the day. She actually enjoys these things, like she craves sweets. I never really do, so they don't expire. They're nice and soft and creamy or moist. Yeah, but donation. And before you say it's my fault, that, well, whatever you want to think, it's not. She's already eating it off camera herself anyway. If I don't give it to her, she's just going to go out to buy it, so might as well just give it to her. I'm being blamed recently, but that's okay. But yeah, it's still going on in the tennis balls. Left one. This chair is really unhappy. It's concerning. It's scary to me. It's very like, oh my God, what is happening to my life? I'm trying to like think to myself, is it because I'm thinking about it, I'm wanting there to be pain? Because I'm freaking psychosomatic. Excuse me. When I was cutting my hair in the bathroom, I didn't feel anything of the sort the whole time. And it took 2.5 hours to cut my hair. The whole prep of it, I have to do 2 rounds. I had to vacuum it off, shower twice. It's okay. So, if I was normal, I would just go to a hair cutter, but blades near my face, I get very woozy. And that's why I'm so scared of this, because I'm so woozy from doctors and all that stuff. I pass out. These are good. And this chicken sandwich was pretty nice. It kind of reminds me of the McDonald's one. Not their new one. Not their deluxe one. Not the crispy one. They're just regular cheap one. That's nice. That's very nice. Was the chicken supposed to come in the box? I don't know. I thought it was just, maybe you're supposed to get both, one of each. That's a good deal though for $5. Let's see. Oh man, my life. Oh, I just got a cameo request. Oh, y'all keep me on my toes. It's so nice to make videos for you though, but you keep me on my toes. Woo. Mmm. Oh, there's the discomfort. It's not sharp, like, ouch. It's like ache. This hotel has a lot of, there's a band tour going on here in downtown Canada. They're practicing trumpets. And that's why it sounds a little muffled. I'm sorry. At least this place has carpet everywhere. Goodbye. We want more ranch. Honestly, let me get some good ranch. Ooh, let's stay there. Their ranch is fine, but I really like, ooh, we're gonna get this blue cheese out. This amazing blue cheese from a 5-star pizza and poutine restaurant that I ate at twice already on Nikocado 3. Here it is. Oh, good. This is the best blue cheese ever. Puts Buffalo Wild Wings to shame, puts Wingstop to shame, puts all those restaurants, Fat Burger, anything that gives you creamy blue cheese on the side of the cup, it put to shame. It's very cream cheesy. I think that's why I like it so much. It's a whipped texture. It tastes like there's air bubbles in it. It's very whipped. Has a cream cheese flavor. It's so good. How are you today? How are you today? That's what I say. And we might as well do this one too. This comes from Fat Burger, I believe. I think. Where's this from? No, Farmer Boys. Ooh. Mmm. I love food. I love to eat. I love my subscribers sometimes. But do I love myself? Does my body like me? Do I like my body? These are questions. I like their chicken sandwich. Their little spicy one. Mmm. I'll have goosebumps. You know what I have to do? I have to go to the bathroom. Ah. You know, I really cut my hair too short. It's like, it makes my face look huge. But it was so bad before. I guess I need a good middle ground, but it's hard to achieve a middle ground when you're cutting your hair by yourself. It's too short. I guess if I kind of open it up to make my hair look like a broom or something, I might give it a little more illusion of a volume. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh, great. At least I got my widow's peak, that helps. I love this guacamole bacon cheeseburger is good. But so does this spicy chicken sandwich. I love the mayo they use. It tastes like butter. It might not be mayo. It might be like margarine or something. It's so tasty. And these chicken strips. So good. I don't know why I just cried. Oh. I'm a wreck. I'm scared, you guys. I'm scared. It's like, it's also comical because, like, on one hand, I'm like, oh, great, there could be something wrong. On the other hand, I'm like, let's eat 5,000 cheeseburgers. And it doesn't help that I look like a freaking number 2 pencil, like really, really sharpened. These 3 things were great. Those I keep going for the chicken. Let me do another French fry. Life always finds a way. Stupid cord. Well, everybody, I didn't think I would start breaking down in the middle of this video. At least I gotta look cute with my presentation when I'm crying, you know? I look cute. Honestly. But I'm not okay. I don't know why I just got like someone put a spell on me. Where I don't know, got all teary. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I'm sitting here worried for something with my body, and not knowing what to do about it. On top of also being worried about something in my body, well, not knowing what to do about it. On the heels of just being scared about something in my body. And somehow eating black grapes seemed to cure it in 4 days. I don't freaking know. That's why I'm probably emotional, because it's like, it's just one thing after another thing after another. It's like I'm like breaking down. And I say to myself as well, I'm like, how do people who are older than me, twice my size, even up, if I'm 300, there's 600 people out there, how are they trucking along in their 40s and 50s and 60s at 600 pounds? Like, how are people doing it? I don't know what to do. I don't know. I shouldn't be recording. I know what it is. I'm so fat and lethargic I can't stand up to turn it off. And I want the views, of course. I'm like, hey, my body's not happy with me. Might as well show the truth, you know? I just think of all the channels out there that are like, hello, hi. You have no idea what they're battling off camera. Which you don't need to know, it's not your business, but you know about me. I need help. I need help. I think I need help, actually. I think I need help. I'm gonna eat more black grapes because that's what Orland told me would help with problems, so I trust him. Let me get my black grapes, actually. And these were so pricey at Whole Foods, but my mommy's paid, aka my patrons. Not like I couldn't afford it, I could, it's just some, I kind of let them sit too long in the fridge. It's my fault. God, some of them are like moldy. I just need, oh God, I really let them go. It has such good flavor. These little black grapes. There's a book out there. I know I've told you guys in the past probably. Called The Grape Cure. It was a lady who was diagnosed with some like end stage cancer, and she only ate grapes, breakfast, lunch, dinner for like a month or two months, 3 months, just only grapes. And not only did she reverse her tumor, but it shrunk so small that they couldn't find it again. So she wrote a book. Johannes was her name, I believe. Sometimes I really do miss those early days with Orlin. Obviously, I question the longevity of stuff like that. Clearly, I've learned enough to know. But I also don't doubt the powers of healing capabilities that some people can encounter and try different types of lifestyles. And it was special to us, me and Orlin. You know, when you change as a person, there's still a small piece of you that's still left back in the old chapter. Like, you're still there. You grow, you change, you might. But there's always a little piece left that is your own, I don't know, comfort zone, belief system, preference that carries you, I think, throughout all of life. So, it's not gone away completely, I'll say. The old days with Orlin. I'm sorry, this is so slippery. There. Please heal me. After my cheeseburgers and chicken sandwich, please heal me. I don't know. Can you mix it all up? I don't know. I don't know. No one knows. Doesn't hurt to try. Thanks for staying with me. Thank you. How many thousands of people are still here with me? How many? 20,000? 30,000? Well, if this gets 100K, then probably 10,000. Maybe a little less. It's like 1 out of every 10 people make it to the very end. I mean, not skipping around. I mean, play from start to finish, which is still a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Oh. I know I need to change. I know. It's scary. For handfuls of reasons. Handfuls. It's scary to me. I happen to not like change to begin with either. I just want to know I'll be okay. And I just want this very subtle yet concerning underlying discomfort in my left tennis ball to go away. Please go away. Please come back some other day. Actually, don't come back. Go away. What's that Rain song? Come again. Another day. Yeah, well, I don't want this to ever come again. Whatever I'm going through. How many hours has it been? If it's after midnight now, it's been probably 30-something hours. It's 11:30 right now, so... How long did it take for my foot to finally feel better? I think 3 full days, maybe 4. So, I'm going to give the same amount, and that was weeks ago. So I'm going to give it the same amount of time for this left tennis ball situation. And if I creep up to 4, 5, 6 days, I think once I hit a week, I'm going to have to just suck it up and go in somewhere. You know, it's like... I could have pinched it from, you know, peeling corn. That just needs a couple days to, you know, I don't know. Any little bump or bruise or anything you ever get does not call for going to the specialists and spending hundreds of dollars. Because I'm not going to literally go away. I mean, who knows? Oh my God, what if I ate grapes for 3 months? God knows what's inside me. God knows what I've grown and developed. Who knows? Sometimes you don't know until it's too late. Because usually things don't just happen overnight. It's like weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months and months of like, starts out as a little seed and it gets worse and worse and worse. That's one of the reasons why I did those little orange juice cleanse. I felt like they helped, and they probably did, but I can't have any more grapes. I feel gross. That's one thing I do remember about back then. God, sugar got real gross real fast. It was so hard, all the sugar. And that's how I became Nikocado avocado, because I would eat all these avocados and feel more grounded and just better. Finally, something that's not sugar, finally. But also gives me calories. Woo, so it was like a thing for me back then. I was so determined. I still am very determined. Three more grapes. Lucky Trinity. Here we go. Oh, that's full of mold. Not that lucky. Ooh. 1. Please heal me. 2. Please heal me, please.
Hi, it's me. I'd like to thank all my patrons for supporting this video, and an even bigger thank you to my executive producers, Jamie Babycado, Princess Abbie, and C Butter. If you'd like to support my channel a little bit extra, or if you just want to see the real, unfiltered side of these videos, click the link in the description box and consider joining all of us over on Patreon. You'll get to see weekly videos and a much more candid side of me. Oh, and by the way, you have to be a grown-up to follow. Patreon's really for my closest followers only, and new openings become available on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you see an opening, hurry up. If you want to hear from me personally, get yourself a video directly from me on Cameo, where I can surprise you with a video straight to your phone or your computer. You can also hire me to tell off your friend. If you want more, check out my merch store and get yourself a water weight t-shirt. Patreon, Cameo, and merch are all linked in the description box. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.